Cayucos is a tiny tourist town located on the central coast of California. Not much change occurs here. The town has one main street, one supermarket, one gas station, one town bar, and about 2,500 residents. One of Cayucos' main attractions for its residents is the ocean, or more specifically, the surf. Drive along the pier any given morning and you'll see car after car of locals checking the waves and getting ready to go out. Many locals have lived and surfed here for quite some time, and their code of conduct is not necessarily apparent to those watching from the shore.
I'd say the local is someone who works around here. They contribute somehow to the local economy or the community somehow, and yeah, they just live here on a regular basis. To be considered a local, I suppose you have to have an identity within the community, and I think that it's sort of like that camaraderie between those people, and it's so strong and established at this point that, and it's big enough to where a new person that comes in, it almost adds a little conflict in terms of there's almost, there's only so many resources for those people. Especially, I'm speaking primarily in this about surfing,
Yeah, there's guys who are locals who control a spot who tell people what to do. But even in big sports that we have on television, there's rules, there's laws, and people have to follow them. And if they don't, they get kicked off the field. And in the same way, if you're not following the rules in the ocean, people could get hurt, people could die.
The rules are the unwritten rules of surfing. One is, in particular, you always go out to a specific spot, especially a popular spot that is frequented by a lot of good surfers by yourself, just to show respect to all the other individuals there, that you're not, teaming up with your buddy.
When they bring other people with reckless disregard for the people and the values that they have at that location, that's when the conflict arises.
I think depending on your skill level and the given day, there's all the rules are very specific for a specific location. But if you go to Pismo Pier or something like that, or the Rock, then you're not going to have to worry about bringing, you can bring a busload of your friends. But if you go to some other spots that are known to be treacherous, perhaps, or intimidating waves, and it's in one's best interest to go alone.
Splashing around, going for any wave, like hollering at their buddies and like paddling right up to the peak where there's already enough guys.
It's better to figure it out and know what's going on than paddle out there and make a mistake and never be allowed to go out to that spot again, because guys won't let you.
Even I respect the senior locals,
If you can't respect the guys that have been surfing there that live there, I don't know, I guess it doesn't make sense unless you surf.
If you see a guy on a wave every single time, and there's people on a certain spot that cluster together, it's best to go down the beach and find your own spot. But people, they're more likely to come up on their cell phones, see the guys there, call up their friends, say, hey, I see some guys out at this spot, let's go and paddle out there, and they come out with 3 of their friends. See, that's just the kind of thing that I think most local people disagree with.
I don't think overcrowding is a problem per se. I think the internet is a problem. The number one reason why people come to the beach more frequently and just droves is the advent of internet cameras, web cameras, and specifically ones geared for surfing, for surfers. So with the ability for people to sit at home and just hang out and then only come when the waves are good, you do get these periods where it is overcrowded.
Yeah, the only disadvantage is that people that don't live nearby can look on the computer and see it's going to be a good swell, and they'll be out. In the old days, you had to look out the window to see if it was going to be any good, and you only called the guys you wanted to be out.
I think that technology, with the communication technology increasing virtually exponentially, year after year, that it's just all about being a human being and thinking about your decisions and how they have an effect and impact on the people around you. And as long as people are conscious of that, I think that we can talk all day and pictures can be everywhere, It's just about having that respect, not paddling out, even though you want to surf so bad, it is so good, but there's too many guys out. You just don't paddle out, or there's always a spot. If you ask me, where there's a will kind of way kind of thing, so if you go down the beach, you'll just find your own little wave.